A motorcycle taxi driver shared a mysterious video on his social media account. Footage that quickly caught the attention of curious viewers. The incident took place at night, right after he dropped off his last passenger. On his way home, he decided to turn on his phone camera just to capture the quiet and empty streets. At first, everything seemed completely normal. But when he reviewed the footage later at home, he was chilled to the bone. Something strange, something that shouldn't have been there, had been caught on camera. In the footage, the driver was passing by a building still under construction. Without realizing it, his phone camera captured something unusual. At first, everything looked completely normal. Nothing seemed out of place. But when he reviewed the video later at home, one particular moment made his heart race. Right next to a pile of sand by the roadside, a mysterious figure appeared. A woman with long hair dressed entirely in white, standing motionless in the dark of night. The figure was barely visible due to the low lighting, looking like nothing more than a faint shadow. But the longer he looked, the clearer it became. The figure closely resembled a kuntilanak. What's even more disturbing is that while he was at the location, he didn't see anyone there at all. He only noticed the figure after watching the footage again. This next video was recorded by a man walking alone through a remote forest in Mexico. He had originally set out with his friends, but somehow they ended up far ahead, leaving him behind. As he continued on his own, the atmosphere around him began to change. The quiet woods suddenly felt off. He started to get the uneasy feeling that something or someone was watching him from the shadows. An invisible presence seemed to follow his every step, sending chills down his spine. It was as if he was no longer alone in that forest. A mysterious dark figure appeared to be lurking behind the man, silently following his every step. However, as soon as the man noticed its presence, the figure seemed to panic and quickly hid, disappearing into the shadows of the forest. What exactly did he see? Was it a supernatural being guarding the forest? Or perhaps just a lost person? One thing is certain. The figure's movements were so strange and unnatural, it sent a deep wave of fear through the man, as if he were being chased by something far darker than the night itself. A mysterious recording captured by an Iraqi resident reveals a truly unsettling sight. In the gloomy sky, a strange object can be seen floating with movements that are unnatural and hard to explain. Its bizarre motion caught the attention of nearby residents, who gathered in shock to witness it. But the most chilling part is the shape of the object. Upon closer look, it appears to resemble a human figure, though clearly not an ordinary one. It seemed to hover in the air, defying the laws of nature, as if the creature came from another world.
يا استاذ سبحان الله شيء طاير بالهواء شنو هذا الله اكبر الله اكبر الله أكبر. شنو هذا؟
هذا زلمه.
زلمة؟
شكل زلمه هذا. تبع عليه زين.
شنو هذا؟ ايه جاي يصور. والله بيتصوير. شنو هذا؟ لا مو بيتصوير. جاي. وين؟ جاي والله. لا مو بيتصوير. شنو هذا؟ ما أعرف شنو هذا. هذا عشاء أحمر ومنقش. ذاك يا نزل عواد تحت.
In this footage, you can clearly see a mysterious object floating in the air, accidentally captured by a local resident. After the video went viral on social media, a wave of theories began to surface. Some people believe it's just a high-tech drone, while others are convinced it might be an alien sighting. But the truth remains a mystery. If you have any thoughts or have seen something similar before, feel free to share your opinion in the comments below. A woman named Abby was exploring Colonial Williamsburg, a historic site well known as one of the largest living history museums in the world. As she walked through the area, something unusual caught her eye. An open passageway that seemed to lead down into a dark, mysterious basement. Even though it was clearly a restricted area, her urge to uncover what lay hidden in the shadows overpowered both her logic and her fear.
I'm in Colonial Williamsburg, and this basement, I've never been able to go in here before. It is so freaking scary. Like, there are these, what looks like prison cells down here. Look at these. Tell me that's not absolutely horrifying. What the hell? Did you see that shadow? Oh my God. Hello?
Just a few steps into the dim corridor, a strange sound suddenly echoed, breaking the silence with a sharp, metallic ring. In an instant, a shadow darted across the row of barrels from right to left, so fast it was nearly impossible to see clearly. Heart pounding, Abby instinctively pointed her camera toward the eerie movement, but all she saw was the end of a dead-end hallway. An unsettling feeling began to creep over her, as if something unseen was watching her from within the darkness. This chilling footage was shared by a woman named Erica, who claimed the incident was captured by a CCTV camera at her young cousin's home in Indonesia. In the clip, a young boy is seen calmly sitting on the floor of his grandmother's room, completely absorbed in his phone, while the elderly woman lies weakly in bed. But the calm atmosphere doesn't last long. Something sudden and terrifying unfolds without warning. In a terrifying instant, the boy's legs appear to be violently pulled, dragging him across the floor. Panicked, he quickly gets up, throws the door open, and runs out of the room. Even more disturbing, a nearby door suddenly swings open on its own, as if moved by an invisible force. The incident became even more chilling when a conversation afterward revealed something unexpected. When Erica asked her cousin what really happened, he shared that just before the event, his grandmother, still lying weakly in bed, had mentioned seeing 3 women standing in the corner of the room. At first, he brushed it off, thinking it was just a hallucination caused by her declining health. But moments later, something unexplainable occurred. He felt his own body being forcefully pulled and dragged across the floor by an unseen force.
Kan aku kan awalnya kan main FF. Tiba-tiba abang bilang, apa itu perempuan 3 orang. Satu dekat TV, satu dekat itu. Yang kamera-kamera, satunya di balik tirai.
In that moment, terror seemed to spread to every corner of the house, enveloping the entire family in a paralyzing fear. They began to suspect that some invisible entity had been drawn to that room, perhaps because of the grandmother's frail condition, which had created a gap for things from another world to enter. As always, it's up to you. Share your thoughts in the comments. On the night of February 21st, 2025, Guadalupe was staying in a secluded cabin rented especially for her sister's birthday celebration. But amid what should have been a warm, joyful evening, her gaze was drawn to a small cabin across the way. An old, silent structure that looked forgotten by time. Its front door stood slightly ajar, almost as if inviting anyone brave enough to come closer. A strange, unexplainable feeling washed over her, sending chills down her spine. With her phone's camera now recording, Lupe slowly stepped toward the eerie building, unaware that this night would confront her with something far darker than mere curiosity.
Estoy quedando en una cabaña por el cumpleaños de mi hermana y enfrente hay como una cabaña así, como pero abandonada, chiquita. Y es como una casita del árbol, así como para niños, no sé. O sea, pero se ve muy tenebroso. No sé si se vaya a caer esto porque está como todo podrido. Y no veo como para encender las luces ni nada. Mira, allá está la cabaña. Y... ¿qué? No tiene luz. Hay como una mesa, hay ganchitos de ropa y televisor.
Suddenly, a jarring surge of fear shattered the silence of the night just as Lupe approached the doorway. Without warning, the cabin door slammed shut on its own, echoing with a cold, chilling finality. But what's even more unsettling is something Lupe didn't notice at the time. As she approached the open door, a strange figure seemed to peek out from the doorway, then quickly slipped back into the shadows. Its eyes and mouth glowed faintly, hinting that this was no ordinary human being. Since that chilling night, Lupe has refused to return, leaving the rest of us to wonder what truly happened and what might still be lurking there. This chilling video comes from the Spanish-speaking YouTube channel Otter Hernandez. While the channel features a variety of content, Otter is best known for his fearless exploration of haunted places that most people wouldn't even dare to approach. In this tense and unsettling footage, Otter and a group of friends embark on an overnight expedition to a location shrouded in darkness and legend, an eerie place known as the Devil's Cave. The name is no exaggeration. For years, rumors have swirled about sinister rituals said to have taken place within its depths. On February 12th, 2023, fueled by curiosity and excitement, they ventured into the dense forest under the cover of night, completely unaware that true terror was quietly waiting for them in the shadows.
Wow. No, qué bárbaro. Vean, mi gente, todo esto está lleno de trabajos. Oye, yo lo que no veo es la veladora que se veía desde arriba, desde abajo, perdón. ¿La viste tú? Yo no la vi, güey. Cuidado. ¡Ah, la verga! Se empiezan a escuchar ruido. Mi gente hermosa. Pues miren, aquí está la entrada de la cueva del diablo. Ahí viene la flota. No sé qué se vaya a grabar allá adentro. Pero la La cosa es que... Cállense. Vean, mi gente, vean. A la verga, hay un altar, pa. Hay un altar. Vean nomás, güey. A la verga, güey. Mira, ropa, güey, veladora. Ay, Dios mío. A la verga. No tiene manos, ¿viste? Bueno, sí como de...
As soon as they stepped into the cave, a pungent, decaying smell immediately overwhelmed their senses, making their stomachs turn. A few steps further, they stumbled upon a makeshift altar, adorned with a horned figure resembling a devil. This horrifying discovery left them speechless, fear slowly taking over, and regret creeping into their hearts for choosing to come. Anxious and trembling, they decided to step outside for fresh air, unaware that they had just moved closer to an encounter far more terrifying than they could have ever imagined.
Carga, mira que Carlos está hasta temblando, loco. Vamos a empezar a bajar, güey, poquito a poquito. Vamos a bajar poquito a poquito. Mi gente, la neta, lo que se vio allá adentro, verga, está cabrón. Oye, ¿oíste? Güey, ya fue adentro. ¿Fue adentro? Verga, mi gente, no mames, se oyó aquí en corto, güey. Cuidado, si fue allá adentro, vaya adentro. Oh, chingas a tu madre, güey. No sé. A la verga, vete a la verga. ¿Qué pendejo? Quítate. ¿Qué fue? Quítate. No mames. Cuidado, güey, cuidado. Cuidado. Güero.
As they carefully made their way down the hillside, one of them spotted a motionless figure sitting silently in the shadow of a rocky crevice, as if hidden in the darkness. However, their escape through the forest provided no sense of safety. A terrifying silhouette, nearly identical to the figure they had just fled from, slowly emerged from behind the bushes. As they realized what was happening, fear gripped them. They weren't just being hunted by a single entity, but possibly by many, lurking in the darkness of the night, stalking their every move.
Hey, vénganse para acá, coño. Loco, el güero, ¿qué pedo, güero? Está allá, a la verga. Aguanta, loco, este vato nunca va rápido, güey. Pollo bobo también ya no quiere nada. Ay, mira, ya se me está alejando más. Güero, espérate, papi. Verga. No puedo, güey. Al chile ya no puedo, güey. Oye, el tecolote otra vez. No mames. Güero, ¿dónde vas? ¿Qué pido? No mames. No mames, güey. No madre, güey. Acá estoy con mamada, güey. Espérate, súbase. Carnal, súbame, pendejo. Verga, me tropecé. Ay, fue tu pueblo, verga. Verga, me pegué un vergazo en la mano. Puta madre, qué cuerda. ¿Sí lo viste?
Already on the verge of despair, the group was hit with another terrifying shock. A figure appeared, eerily identical to the one they had seen near the cave.
¿Güerito? Da volada, se siente hasta el cambio de temperatura, no, cabrón. No mames, cómo me sacó el
sí,
zapato,
cuando se estaba poniendo así me estaba yo empezando a sentir.
Ya está, Ángel, ya está él. Está.
After being trapped in what felt like an endless night, they finally emerged from the suffocating darkness of the forest. Their bodies were drained, heavy with exhaustion. But a wave of relief crashed over them like a jolt to the chest. Without a second thought, they jumped into their cars and sped away, leaving the cursed place behind, vowing never to return to the Devil's Cave. That night carved a deep scar into their minds, a chilling reminder that even simple curiosity can spiral into a living nightmare. And to this day, the memory lingers, like a whisper from the shadows that refuses to fade. Camping in the woods can be an unforgettable experience. either an adrenaline-filled adventure or a haunting nightmare that stays with you for life. There's rarely any middle ground. One moment, you might be laughing with friends under the stars, running on no sleep but endless joy. But in the next, the darkness could reveal something far more terrifying than you ever imagined. That's exactly what happened to the couple captured in this chilling footage. Their night began peacefully, simply enjoying the stillness of the wilderness. But in an instant, everything changed when a blood-curdling scream pierced the silence. So close it seemed to come from just beyond the bushes. Gripped by panic and fear, the woman instinctively grabbed her phone and started recording.
When the sun goes down.
Got a load of kids running around in here. Can you hear them all?
That's a big ass dog.
That's a girl crying. Can you hear that, guys? Hang on. Turn the lights off for a minute, people. Turn these lights off. Turn these lights off. Hang on a minute, guys. We've got to turn these lights off. Turn the lights off. Turn that light off. Turn it off. Shh. Shh. Just sit down. It is a girl. It is kids, guys, but I did hear a girl, so can you just bear with us a minute? Because that bloke sounds a bit weird. Just bear with, yeah? Is he getting closer? Can we just turn all the lights off so he can't see us, please? Because he sounds really weird. Where's he gone? Oh my God. I can't even hear anything, and that's... What was that? I'm at Brian's, Sam. I'm near Brian's. See? I don't mind hunting ghosts, but it's the humans that worry me.
Same, man.
Human beings freak me out.
Give me a cryptid any day.
I just want to know that he's gone, really.
Yeah, same.
Is that him? That sounds far away.
Yeah. Alright.
Fucking hell. Right, okay, we're coming back. Give us a minute. Sorry, that was
Savage.
that was just you know what it is, it's Saturday night, so even if they're playing around or not, he did sound a bit, yeah, I don't really want him coming over to me, so
After what felt like an eternity, the terrifying screams suddenly stopped, leaving behind a silence that only deepened the tension. In that suffocating stillness, the couple tried to calm themselves, slowly gathering the courage to turn their lights back on. Whoever or whatever was behind those dreadful sounds clearly had malicious intent. Truly, It was nothing short of a miracle that they managed to escape the darkness of that night unharmed, though the shadow of fear still lingered over their every step. Around 4:30 in the morning, 2 women were hiking up a mountain in the Philippines. They decided to stop for a moment to capture some photos. However, they spent a bit too long taking pictures and accidentally got separated from their group. As they hurried to catch up, something truly strange ended up being captured on their camera, something they never expected to see.
Naliligaw kami, guys! Naliligaw! Wala ni mga kasama namin! Wala ni mga kasama namin. Kailangan namin silang habulin kasi maliligaw kami. Gagi, malayo na sila. Wala na.
As the 2 women ran along a narrow trail deep in the forest, a mysterious shadowy figure appeared to be following them from behind. The figure looked faint and eerie, as if it were silently watching. Strangely, just moments later, the dark presence vanished without a trace. One of the women uploaded the video and explained that only she and her friend were there at the time. The rest of the group was already far ahead. To this day, they have no idea who or what that dark figure was that got captured on camera.
Naliligaw. Wala ni mga kasama namin. Wala ni mga kasama namin. Kailangan namin silang habulin kasi maliligaw kami.
A woman shared a strange video she recorded while relaxing in her room. At first, she was simply trying to film her beloved cat playing around. But unexpectedly, something unusual happened, and it was clearly captured on camera. In the footage, it's quite clear that the cat's tail appears to be pulled by something invisible. Right after that, the cat starts spinning around, as if sensing a presence, maybe even being invited to play by something unseen. What's surprising is that the person recording stays completely calm, showing no reaction to the strange event. So, what do you think? Was the cat really interacting with a supernatural being? Or is there a more logical explanation behind what happened? A terrifying video shows a strange and unsettling event experienced by a woman. In the footage, she appears to be unconscious, thrashing violently and screaming in a horrifying way, as if she were going through something completely out of her control.
Espíritu inmundo, ¿cómo te llamas? ¿Cuál es tu nombre? Ahora mismo te mando a castigar. Los ángeles. ¡Sal! ¡Sal! ¡Sal!
Sal. Fuera en el nombre de Jesús de Nazaret. Déjala libre. No le hagas daño.
Satanás, te ordeno que la sueltes ahora en el nombre de Jesús.
No.
¡Suéltala!
Ella es mía, no va a ser mía.
Ella no te pertenece. Ella le pertenece a Jesucristo.
No.
Y ahora en el nombre de Jesús, sal de ella.
En el nombre poderoso de Jesús, te echamos fuera. Fuera de mi nombre.
Fuera. Te quemo. Ahora en el nombre de Jesús, fuera.
The woman appeared to have lost control of her body, moving in a strange and unsettling way. From the atmosphere, it seemed to be part of a spiritual ritual, where a man was trying to drive out an evil entity believed to have possessed her. Her movements were erratic. She was mumbling and twisting her body with a disturbing expression. After a long and intense process, she slowly began to regain consciousness, leaving behind a big question. What really happened? Share your thoughts in the comments below. CCTV footage from a local resident's home captured a strange event that happened around 11 p.m. The mysterious incident was recorded unintentionally and immediately sparked curiosity in anyone who saw it. As seen in the footage, the door, originally shut tight, slowly opens on its own. Moments later, a pair of shoes appears to walk into the house. What's truly chilling is that no one seems to be wearing them. So, what do you think? Was this the work of something supernatural, or just a glitch in the camera? Share your thoughts in the comments. A man walking through a public cemetery accidentally caught something shocking on camera. As he passed one of the graves, a mysterious figure appeared to be standing still nearby. Take a closer look at the footage and see for yourself. At one of the graves, a tall figure dressed in all white with long flowing hair was seen standing completely still. The mysterious presence appeared to be watching the man from a distance. The moment he realized he might be seeing a supernatural entity, chills ran down his spine and a wave of intense fear took over his body. A woman named Brandy shared an unusual experience she had with her husband. One night while they were fast asleep, their home security camera recorded a strange event that took place exactly at 2 a.m. Pay close attention. The family's dog suddenly woke up when a bright light turned on. Shortly after, a pale, small face appeared, peeking through the door. This was followed by the shadowy figure of what looked like a child standing in the hallway, only to disappear moments later. Brandy and her husband, who had never experienced any paranormal events before, faced this terrifying encounter for the first time. They admitted they have no idea what really happened in their house that night. Share your thoughts in the comments. In this chilling footage, a man traveling at night passes through a dark and deserted road, surrounded by plantations on both sides. But if you look closely, something seems off. A mysterious figure appears to be perched on a tree by the roadside. Atop a tree on the right side of the road, a mysterious figure with a terrifying appearance resembling a red ghost can be seen. To this day, It remains unclear whether the eerie red figure is truly a supernatural being or just an object that looks frightening in the darkness of the night. Share your thoughts in the comments. A woman sleeping alone in her room experienced a terrifying incident. The security camera she installed secretly captured something unusual. The bedroom door suddenly opening on its own, and even more chilling, her blanket appeared to be moving as if someone was pulling it. At first, the bedroom door slowly creaked open on its own, but the woman remained fast asleep, completely unaware of the strange occurrence around her. Moments later, she began to wake up after sensing something unusual. Her blanket was moving as if something was pulling it, yet no one was there. Curious and slightly frightened, she got up to check outside her room, only to be met with silence. Finding nothing out of the ordinary, she eventually returned to bed, still haunted by the question of what had just happened. A man who was in a cassava field was suddenly startled by the sound of a woman crying. Feeling both curious and cautious, he quickly took out his phone to record the strange occurrence. However, not long after, something terrifying began to appear in front of him, making the atmosphere even more chilling. As we witness, a terrifying apparition appears, sitting calmly. The figure resembles a woman with long hair, wearing tattered white clothing, and her face is severely damaged, resembling a ghostly entity. When the man realizes its presence, fear immediately overwhelms him, causing him to run frantically and quickly leave the place. A female TikToker named Della planned to make a prank video to prank her two friends through a video call. In the prank, Della and her friend dressed up in ghost costumes. However, as the prank began, they didn't expect a mysterious figure to be captured on camera, and they were completely unaware of its presence.
Ngeprank tim gua pas video call ada penampakan pocong. Soalnya mereka udah janjian mau sahur banget telat loh. Gue dapat makan gak sih? Dapet. Pocong masa mau butuh makan. Udah langsung kita video call. Woi kalian berdua tuh kemana aja sih? Hidung gue pengen mampet nungguin kalian berdua. Janjian mau sahur. Ntar keburu imsak gimana?
Iya sih, ini kita bawa Rice cooker.
Ya gue juga tahu, itu mah gampang gak sih? Ya ampun, gak menghargai gue lu ya, telat-telat mulu. Nih, gue udah siapin nih. Nih, gue udah siapin nih. Enak banget, gue siapin kue putu, ada kue pastel, ada risol. Udah kayak tajil kita sahuran. Ada apa sih, Haikal? Nih, adanya juga cuman kue putu, risol, mayo. Hah? Nggak ada apa-apa. Bersih, Haikal. Lu jangan nakut-nakutin gue ya. Nggak lucu. Apa sih?
Masih ada.
Gak ada, Haikal. Mending lu buruan dateng deh. Jangan sampai gue potong ya gaji kalian berdua ya. Haikal, blonde. Hah? Keriting kau? Apa sih? Orang gak ada apa-apa. Kenapa sih?
Lu langsung cepat ya ngeliat bang.
Iya. Nih ya. Nih. Sumpah, mending kalian datang sekarang ya kan. Kalian udah nyampe mana? Hah?
Ini udah deket lagi sih. Dikit lagi.
Ya udah cepetan kesini. Ih, nangis gak jelas. Ntar keburu imsak. Gue mau urus bayam gue dulu. Tadi gue masak bayam. Bentar.
Gue datengin lu, Ci.
Cepetan loh. Itu bayam gue udah mau kelar.
Mana? Sumpah lu ke belakang. Lu mendingan ke belakang aja, Ci.
Ya ampun. Nih, gue cek pakai mata gue sendiri. Gue yakin lu bohongin gue berdua. Apa? Ada apaan di sini? Nggak ada apa-apa.
At first, everything went according to plan, and the two friends who were the prank targets looked terrified. However, as the woman started to leave, a black shadow suddenly appeared and moved incredibly fast behind her friend dressed as a ghost. Strangely, no one noticed the appearance of the figure, and it was clearly not part of their prank. When the video was uploaded to TikTok and went viral, they were shocked because they had no idea who or what that black shadow actually was. Share your thoughts in the comments. A CCTV recording facing the street captured the moments of an accident involving a motorcyclist passing by. According to the rider's account, the accident occurred when his vision suddenly became blurry and dark, causing him to unknowingly fall and crash into a road barrier. However, if you look closely, there is a strange apparition caught on the footage.
Perhatikan bayangan di pojok kiri.
As captured in the CCTV footage, a mysterious black shadow is seen moving in front of a resident's house right after the motorcyclist falls. The figure then walks toward the dark side of the house before disappearing without a trace. After watching the footage, Some locals began to believe that it was the presence of this supernatural entity that caused the motorcyclist's vision to go dark, leading to the accident. This terrifying incident took place in Japan and was captured by a security camera in a bicycle parking area. At first, the footage shows a man who had just finished work and was about to retrieve his bike. However, moments later, he was startled by something strange. One of the bicycles suddenly fell over on its own with no clear cause. But what happened next was even more chilling, sending shivers down the spine. A woman suddenly appeared, casually walking into the parking area with a blank expression on her face. Even stranger, the man retrieving his bicycle seemed completely unaware of her presence, as if she were invisible. In the footage, he even appeared to walk right through her without noticing. The video ends, leaving behind an unsolved mystery. This footage went viral in 2016. But to this day, it remains unclear whether the event was real or just an edited clip. What do you think?